Welcome to Be Limitless, an educational evolution of our minds, a think tank media podcast. Hosted by Dr. Limitless, scholar, speaker, and transformational leader. Be Limitless explores the four quadrants that shape human potential: mind, body, spirit, and emotions. Challenging assumptions, confronting truth, and calling listeners to unmask their authentic power. This is more than a podcast, it's an evolution. Let's get into it.
Dr. Limitless, what would you tell the people today? You know I like to come in with a grand entrance, man. Hey, look, what I'm going to talk to you all about today is, what are we living for? This is a question that all of my students are driven to. What is your purpose? Not what is your future job, not what is your future family, but why are you here? What is your purpose? So and this all sparked, it came from a conversation that I had with a 17-year-old kid from Bora Bora. So I got some acronyms that I want to use for this segment. It's called LPP or OPP. And yes, if you're thinking about, you want to be down with OPP, yeah, you know me. Hey, you thinking about your age? Okay, y'all are right around my age. You're 40 and up, because that was a hot song by Naughty by Nature. And it is a little bit about that. So LPP is Limitless Potential and Purpose. Are you living that? Or are you down with OPP? Other people purpose. Are you living other people's purpose? Or are you living a limitless potential purpose? And this will help you unmask your true potential. Notice when you look at my logo, there is no color, there is no occupation, there is no religion, there is no affiliation. It's just a limitless potential. But you can only find it by removing the conditional mask that you was given in this world. So I'm talking to this kid from Bora Bora, and he's telling me how his father raised him. He said, my dad raised me to basically not just focus on working for somebody else. And I said, so what do you mean by that? He said, my dad taught me how to be an entrepreneur when I was like 10, 11 years old. I said, why did he say that? He said, because if you could work for yourself and generate income, nobody will ever own you. And he said, do you agree with that? And I said, I'm going to ask you a question and you tell me, do you agree with it? I said, if I pay you $180,000 a year, I said, is it the money you're making or is it the money that I'm giving you? He said, well, I'm earning it. I said, facts, you are earning it. I said, but are you earning your true potential? I said, excuse me, because no sound businessman is going to ever pay you your true value, because we got to make a profit or return on that investment. I said, so if I'm paying you $180,000, you're probably worth about $420,000. I said, but if you figure that out, you don't need me. I said, so let me ask you this. If I'm paying you $180 and I take it away, then what you got? Well, he said, well, the way my mind's set up, I'm gonna have to try to go and figure out how to make that somewhere else. I said, and 9 times out of 10, people are going to try to figure out, how can I go and work for somebody else to make that $180,000? I said, but what if you figure out how to make $180,000? I said, or we go less, 100,000 or 120, but you're the one that's generating the income. Now you are the God of your own income, your own purpose. And you can build on that. Every year, if you made 100 this year off something that you generated, and you continue to do excellent work, and you combine that with work ethic, and your limitless potential align with your purpose, there's no stop to you. So 100 this year, it'll be 200 the next year. It'll be 300, it'll be 400, and it'll keep going on and on and on. But if you're relying on me, what make you think I'm gonna give you any more money? Unless you're generating more money for me. Now I will give you more money. You see how that works? But a lot of people want to be down with OPP. Yeah, you know me. OPP, yeah, you know me. Nah, I don't want to be down with OPP. I want to be down with LPP. Me, my potential, my limitless worth and value that only God or this infinite universal intelligence, or me, if you don't believe in God, me, what can I do? Not what the world can give me. Because see, everybody has a dream, and you have a small percentage of leaders that really work to build those dreams. And then the smart ones, they go out and find experts to do things they can't do. And they sell them on this dream. That's what great leaders do. I'm going to persuade you to buy into my vision and see yourself a part of it. See yourself a part of my culture, to work just as hard as I would for my purpose, my passions, and my dreams, to take it to another level. And that's good. We all need workers. But if you deep down have this desire to have more, why would you ever just settle to work for me? And any good leader that know that they have another leader working for them like that, you got to tap into transformational leadership. I want individuals to be better leaders than me. So my job is, if you're working for me, you should only be working for me for about 5 years, because that's what I'm going to probably get the best out of you. And then we need to be trying to figure out, what is the next moves for you? Collaborative leadership. How can I help you grow? As you're helping me grow, how can I help you grow personally and professionally? And if we're not doing that, this is a selfish, one-way relationship. But if I'm focused on you while you're focused on my purpose and my passions and my dreams, then we grow together. And then as you take everything from my foundation and put it in your foundation and build on it, a little part of me is in your dream. But you got to be down with LPP, Limitless Potential and Purpose, not OPP. Yeah, you see naughty about that, not OPP. And we definitely don't want to be what OPP was talking about. So I want you to think about, why are you in college? A colleague and I was talking about how in our industry, we think that it's about to be a great shift, because a lot of scholars, and I love my brothers and sisters, but a lot of our scholars focus solely on the research. And can I be honest with you? And they know it. They're scared to really talk about it. Students don't give a damn about your research. They don't. Our industry is about work ethic, hard work, commitment, the ability to think critically and creatively, the ability to work together as a team. So your scholarship, which we already know, about 8 people read it anyway. And the people that actually probably read my scholarship, they just peruse it for certain things so they can cite it or they can go against it. That's all it's for. So if we know that, why do we as universities constantly just focus on it? When we know there are students leaving our universities $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 in debt, and they would never make that their first year going to work for a job. We know that. So why are we solely focusing on that? And our industry don't need that. How are we going to connect with our industry? Or are we going to constantly just think about other people purpose? And a lot of our universities, we like to showcase. We like to be performative. We like to brag. This is the scholarship that they're doing. This is the money they're generating. It make us look good. We are all one institution. Look at us. We stand tall. But our students are losing on the back end. And if we got students every year matriculating into our universities, are we truly focusing on them? Or are we focusing on ourselves? And let's address the big elephant in the room. I have seen a lot of people come and go off this earth ever since I was 13 years old. I don't hear too many people talking about what the hell they did in their job. Just being honest. And I've known professors to die. I haven't heard anybody say, oh my God, their scholarship was so amazing. Oh my God, it just touched so many lives. It changed so many lives. And can I be honest with you? I don't even remember the name of some of my articles. So if I have published over 20 articles and I don't even remember the name of some of them, can you imagine some of the scholars that have published 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, hundreds of articles? You think they really remember them? And let's be honest, because this is what people don't want to talk about. Do you think they even know some of the articles that their names are on? Oh, did I just say that? Did I just give that away? Yes, there's a lot of researchers that do not actually ever see or touch the research. They skim over it and they get a name on it. I don't play those games. And my research may never be as long as somebody else, but I don't care, man. I can only do meaningful work or something that connects to me. That's just me. See, because this is what people don't understand. I come from a background of realness. I come from the streets. I don't come from academia. I don't come from a long list of people that graduated from college. No, I was the first. I don't come from anybody that had a PhD in their family. No, I was the first. And I have 2 doctorates, 2 dissertations. It doesn't impress me. This is just the path that God set me on. Remember, limitless potential and purpose. My heart is for the students. My heart is for transforming lives. Even if it costs me my job, I'm going to transform lives. I'm not going to buy into the transaction. Yes, I know people are going to see. I don't give a damn. See, this is what I want my students to be. I want them to be able to boldly speak with veracity, know who they are, and stop living for other people's dreams. Because I'm going to be honest, if you're living for their dreams, if you're down with OPP, they don't give a damn about you. You know how I know? Bob Ryder, loved him, dean of our college. Loved this man. He loved me. That's why I came to the University of Tennessee. But when he had a stroke, I seen people. He never really did anything. I seen him turn on him. Imagine a young scholar going up for tenure, and I'm seeing this. How people are just ready to get rid of him. Because he had a stroke after everything that he gave. And it cut me deep. And it spoke to me. James, they don't give a damn about you. Limitless. When you're limited, they're done with you. When they can't get no more from you, they are done with you. And the world moves on. But that's the system. See, OPP is always about the system. And whenever you focus on the system or buy into the system will dispose of you when they can't use you no more. And they will replace you for a new part that may be new, or they may think better, or that may be a yes man or a yes woman to their agenda. But when you focus on LPP, you always act as a true leader, an influential leader, living on purpose, living on fire, to say, you know what, I'm going to always do the right thing, even if it costs me something in the system. Because I care that much about transforming lives. Education is a transformative thing, not a transactional one. And we need to treat education the same way we treat medicine. Medicine saves lives, but education would change your life. I was just a drug dealer and a football player. Let's keep it real. Education changed my life, changed me from my stereotypes, changed me from some of my prejudice or racist beliefs, to seeing the good in all people. Because when you know better, you do better. It's transformative. So you got to ask yourself, what are you living for? Other people, which limits you, which allow you or enable you to don a mask? Or are you living for your true potential, which is faceless? It's limitless. It's beautiful. It's honest. It's truth. It's authentic. It is something that you can really touch, that you can be impacted by. See, as I speak, I don't always use the proper grammar. I don't always use the right syntax or the most beautiful words, but I'm always speaking with the right heart. That's why people feel what it is that I'm saying. Because I'm living for something greater than other people's purpose. I'm living limitless potential and purpose. So I want you to ask yourself tonight or today, whenever you listen to this video, what are you living for? Are you going to be down with LPP or are you going to be down with OPP? And I know it's a catchy song, but you need to be focused on LPP. And remember, like every day, my beautiful, limitless learners and seekers and sensuous beings, today is a glorious day. And for 86,400 seconds, I will give my excellence and my best until I'm laid to rest. I'm abundantly blessed and never stressed. Be better than your best and never, ever rest on your last success. Check your life. Be limitless. Be limitless, my friends. Go out and change the world and live for LPP, not OPP.
Thanks for spending time with us on Be Limitless, an educational evolution of our minds. This podcast is part of Hospitality Nexus, a global human-first platform bringing the hospitality ecosystem together in one place. Inside the Nexus, it's a career fair that never closes, connecting industry leaders, educators, students, employers, and partners through real presence. Watch every episode of Be Limitless inside Hospitality Nexus at hospitalitynexus.org. Continue strengthening the mind, honoring the body, grounding the spirit, and mastering emotions. Be limitless.